What's up, guys? So this is a video about Swift. Okay, I've been writing an app in Swift for the last couple weeks now, and I just had a couple things that I wanted to get off my chest about Swift and Xcode, because it's this whole process of writing this app has been perhaps the worst programming experience of my life. Okay, so I'm gonna try really hard to make concise points and not get charged, like emotionally charged, but it's gonna be really difficult because I'm pretty sure writing this app has actually taken years off of my life. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, the first reason why I absolutely fucking despise Swift and Xcode is the type checking. Okay, and I brought this sort of list of rants to other mobile app developers, and a lot of them, it just seems like everybody does what they do with just Apple products generally, and just kept making fucking excuses for them. Okay, but at the moment, I write anything in my code, and I'll just get this ambiguous, this type checking, this cannot be type checked in a reasonable amount of time, which is absolutely fucking useless and doesn't help you figure out what's going on at all. It just highlights the entire stack of items, so it doesn't actually let you know what the fuck's going on. That's wrong. So you might have just written 100 lines of code. Yeah, fuck that. You're gonna have to fucking undo all of that shit, buddy, because it's not gonna tell you what the fuck's wrong with it. It just says that it can't be type checked in a reasonable amount of time. Okay. And to be fair, I'm writing Swift on an older Mac. Okay, actually a 2012 MacBook, so a fucking old ass one. Okay, but that's not an excuse to say that it should fucking run like shit. Okay, it's an integrated development environment. Okay, it's not a fucking it's not Cinebench. It's not fucking some 3D modeling program. It's a fucking code writing program, okay? Fucking code, ones and zeros, okay? It's not doing anything complicated to the point where it should not be able to run on a computer from 2012, okay? That's not even going back to the, when the computers could barely even do anything except basic fucking math, okay? 2012 computers should be able to run this just fine. In fact, when I was writing the web application part of it, I was writing the whole thing in Visual Studio Code. Okay, ran like a fucking dream because shouldn't be any reason why it should run like shit. Okay, and there's gonna be people who will say, oh well, it's gotta compile it for mobile, whatever the fuck. Okay, I don't care. That's not a fucking excuse. Okay, if you're doing that, you're a dick rider. Okay, it shouldn't fucking make my computer struggle to try and fucking write code. Okay, basic fucking code. And yeah, still on the same subject about this fucking type checking shit is, if the type checking fails, you're fucked. Okay, it won't even let the fucking code run. See, I would much prefer if they just had an option to just disable the fucking type checking, and then if there's a fucking error, I'll fix it myself. I mean, I don't know if Apple thinks I'm like a fucking retard, thinks all of us are just fucking retards and don't know how to write code, because on web applications it doesn't hold your fucking hand. You write the code like shit and then it just fucking fails and then you fix it. Whereas with fucking Apple, I have to wait fucking 15 minutes every time I try to build the damn application, and it'll just fail for some reason. It won't even tell me exactly what it is. It'll just say that it couldn't do it in a reasonable amount of time. And so, I don't even know if there was an error at all. It could just be because the fucking code is the code for the actual program itself, like Xcode, not my program, but probably that too. But I don't know if it's just written so bad that it isn't optimized at all. But, I mean, I'm just doing basic, if statements, okay? Stuff that I would do, all the time in my web application. And trying to do even two of those in a single stack on Swift is like a fucking challenge to get it to even compile. I mean, that's just unacceptable. I mean, just plain and straight. I mean, half of the stuff that I want to do, I can't even do because I can't figure out how I would do it without making the damn thing not be able to type check it in time because it's so fucking slow to calculate what the fuck's going on. Okay, I mean, it's just absolutely absurd. I mean, in a web application, I would use PHP to do if statements all the time. You know, I want to maybe format something differently if, you know, something is the same thing. Like, let's say with messages, if, you know, the username from the message that it got from the database is the same as your username, then I'd want to, you know, align it differently or color it differently or whatever. Even just doing that, it can't do it. There's absolutely no excuse for that. Absolutely no excuse, okay? And I know I'm going to get flack for making this video, okay? And you can say, you know, I don't know how to write code or whatever. But it doesn't matter because, you know, they push out that it's an easy-to-learn language, okay? I've learned 5 languages for web applications before coming to learn mobile applications. And all 5 of those were easier. All 5. PHP, Node.js, which is basically just JavaScript. Same thing, though. You know, I mean, all of that. It's just so much easier to learn, but yet somehow Apple keeps presenting Swift as some easy-to-learn language when it's... Well, I guess it is in basics, but actually trying to apply it to anything, you have no fucking clue what you're doing wrong. So that's what the real problem is with learning it, is Xcode. And they constantly, you know, come out with bug fixes and they make it better and they optimize it. So I'll give them that, okay? But at the point where it is, I mean, most of this shit should have been fixed from the fucking, you know, when they first released Swift UI. I mean, it's just a joke to... you know, have it where you can't even write the code because the fucking computer can't, you know, type check it. You know, I don't understand what their obsession is with type checking. I swear to God, they think everyone's a fucking idiot because they feel like they have to type check everything. Okay? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. It just really doesn't. And it's annoying because you can't write code. So, anyways, that's pretty much all the time that I have to rant, and this is kind of just a way for me to vent more so than it is a coherent, you know, rant, really, with a lot of points. I wanted to bring up more than one point, but kind of as I was talking, I realized that the really only point I wanted to make was that the type checking is the fucking stupidest feature I've ever seen. It makes me feel like a fucking 5-year-old. It makes the whole process 3 times longer than it should be. And that's pretty much it. I'm sure I could go into some other things, but for the most part, everything kind of centers around the type checking. And I hope to fucking God Apple can figure out a way to fucking fix it faster than one update every 3 years that makes it a little bit better, okay? Like I said, I mean, they've been pretty good with having good timing. Okay, with releasing updates, you know, every like week or so, to make, you know, it run better. But still, it should have ran good when they fucking launched it. Okay, they launched some half fucking baked piece of shit. Okay, and I understand it's a new language, it's gonna have its bugs, but I mean, this shit is just unacceptable. Like, I shouldn't have to buy a fucking $50,000 Mac Pro to write fucking ones and zeros. So, that's all for the fucking rant. Seriously though, fucking fix your fucking shit so I can write, or make it able so I can write it on fucking Windows. I know that's never gonna fucking happen, but I would like that to be a thing. Because I had to get my old fucking Mac, fucking dust it off, and upgrade the fucking hard drive just so I could even write this code. So I could have the fucking experience, you know, the delightful experience of having to write fucking Xcode. Right on Xcode, Swift on Xcode. So, I mean, seriously, fix something, please.